All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Go. 120!
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
Ready. Pittsburgh.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack him because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity.
He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Alan Lazard, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
From the 27, Wentz. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Taken in at the 11. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away. So
it got his man complete, and he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 30.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. It's first and 10 from the 12. On first and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Mike 40, Mike 40. It's a party now. 5-9, 5-9. Hey, Haywood.
Now wins. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
What's your son? Quick the edge. Come. Check, safe. Brown. What's your son? Hey, red 5-2, out here. Check. What's your son?
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. That's it. Undercut.
Jackson now. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Deion Kane with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 51. Mike 51. On the ball. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 50.
Hey, kill. Hey, 4 Tokyo.
Watch the boot.
Listen.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. Your right-handed rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Throwing is Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehring. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Great 57. Tyson.
Bang, bang.
Here, shift.
Motion. Deuce.
Hey, 57. Hey, Echo.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The tackle by Jelani Tabai. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 26-yard line.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 19 yards away, as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Bring it up. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Jackson. Screen play, Johnson.
You ain't doing nothing today.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Jackson. He'll get this one to Galladay. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. It's obvious.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the gun, it's Jackson. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash. And this one just a chipping. And this one is right through. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. This will be taken very short.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the... And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Good job.
Ty Johnson, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
74, 74. Hey, wahoo!
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down.
Hey, zoom! Lefty, lefty.
Crunch! Crunch!
Protein spill.
Rush it!
82, 82. Five.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Watch the pass! Watch the pass! Here we go! Hey, watch it! Out! Check three!
What's this one?
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Blue draw quarters.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good with a PAT, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Let's go, Great.
Watch out.
General West. Two jet. Hey, high 7. Done.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
51 to Mike.
Kill.
Mike 51. Let him know.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 51. Rip right.
Listen.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Man, I got you.
On first down, Wentz. He's going to look deep for more. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. To throw is Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Kane. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check it out, Reed.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a first down following a gain of 3. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
17.
Check 56.
That's what I do.
Now Jackson on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That one into the hands of Kane. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Eagles' 27-yard line.
Mike 5-4. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
On second down now. It's Johnson, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Brought down by Nate Gehrig.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. The busy night continues for Johnson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Oh, they get to a big seam, and he might go all the way. The 40, the 20, 10, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. From the 31, Jackson. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. Third down here.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Well, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now it's Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Check 26, check 26.
They give to Johnson going right. Past the 20. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get